Hey everyone. Alright, I have decided that it was time to go ahead and scrap a little bit of the old project, which was in another video of mine. It was like all of these lettuces and a couple of these containers here that had tomatoes and peppers in them. Now, I do have two basil plants over on the other side of the lanai that have sprouted, they have germinated, and one tomato plant. And I'll take you over there real quick and show you what I've done. Okay, so this is Italian large leaf basil, as is this, and this is tomato. So, and it's kind of like a pear-shaped cherry tomato. Now, as you can see here with this tomato, it has gotten a little bit leggy. Alright, so this is, I planted these, I believe it was February 25th or 26th. So today is March 22nd, so we're looking at approximately 4 weeks ago. In fact, I think it might have been a Tuesday or a Wednesday, and today is Sunday. So, this basil had actually gotten a little bit leggy as well. This one seems to be doing alright, and as you can tell, you know, if the camera felt like focusing, let me tap it and see if that does it. Oh, look at that. Okay, still learning how to work with this thing. You can see that it is actually, I'll tap it again. You can see that it is actually kind of growing another little set of leaves right in the middle. So that one's doing pretty well. Okay. However, when they start getting leggy like that, and that means leggy means it is getting a little too tall and like a skinny stem. So what happens is when it starts to produce leaves, then the leaves start to weigh down the stem and it's not well supported. So, and it seems to be going on with this one too, and I can see up close. I'll have to tap the screen to no end to try to show you all these little hairs that are actually on the stem. However, what I decided to do today was, thankfully I had left enough room in each of these pots, so I went ahead and kind of packed some more potting soil to help give it more support. At one point I had actually replanted them just a little bit deeper. However, again, they had grown just a little bit too tall. So here I was really excited that they had germinated quickly, but then they ended up getting really tall. So that was what I did for that, and I may end up having to put them back under a grow light. I did have them under a grow light, and they were chasing the grow light, and I had put the grow light a little bit closer so that they were pretty much right on top of the plants, the light. But it didn't matter. They grew quick. They were ready to come out into the world. So this is what I have done with these, and hopefully I can still get them to work. I also went ahead and decided to put some little plates underneath them, and this way it can kind of catch some of that water. And there are holes in the bottom of the container, so what I'm hoping, and again, this is all like a giant experiment for me. I'm going by videos and stuff, but I've never planted a tomato plant in my life. So what I'm kind of hoping is that it's the holes on the bottom of this pot will continue to take the water, and eventually when the root grows deep, then the idea is actually to try to water from the bottom so that the roots get the water and I'm not wasting a whole bunch on top. But again, this is all a learning process. So, alright, so let's go back over here. So, what I did today. Well, I scrapped all of this lettuce, as much as I hated to do it. And it didn't make me feel good because they had all started to, well, not all of them, I would say like maybe 5 out of the 12, 6 out of the 12 had germinated, but they also got very leggy. And again, as much as I hated to do this, it's like, that was the result. That right there. They were just lying there. And I had also replanted all of them. I had replanted them and made them deeper. However, I'm not sure what the whole thing was. And I've had some success. I mean, I've shown you that's my spinach. Those are my bell pepper. It's one of my bell pepper plants. I have another one over there that's got some flowers starting up, you know, and the parsley and more spinach. And, you know, this is a live and learn. So I've had some success with certain things, and I'm certainly very proud of all of that. But other things are going to take a little while longer. So I went ahead, and while the camera was off, I put the new seeds in all of these and went ahead and covered over the top of them. I will add a little bit more water to them. And with these, just to kind of show you, I had, you know, pushed a little hole in the middle, about approximately ½ an inch deep or so, and put the new seeds in them. And that one I had already covered back up, so I'm just going to lightly cover back up with everything. This is very woody, organic potting soil, and I actually ran it out of this potting soil. This was the Joe Bees. Okay, and then over in this one, I decided, and I poked 2 holes there, and what you see in there are 2 cucumber seeds. Okay, because I decided I will try to grow cucumbers, and the reason for that is, why not? I had some cucumber seeds. I took them out of one of the cucumbers I bought at the local farmer's market, and again, I have asked them on many occasions, do they use non-GMO seeds? They said they do. They seem to care about that kind of thing, so I'm going to go ahead and trust them. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to cover over that. This is already relatively damp soil. However, all right, and then I'm actually going to add a little bit more water to it when I don't have the camera on it, because I have not found a way to set this thing yet and use both hands to do what I need to do while I have the camera set to record. And because the water is a little bit heavy and I don't want to, I really would prefer to use 2 hands to do that, I'm going to go ahead this time and I'll water off camera. This isn't going to be a very long video anyway, even though it is already 7.5 minutes long. I also thought I would take a quick opportunity and show you some of my seeds. So these are the 2 packets of seeds that I had gotten last year. I had got them at Lowe's for about $2 and change per packet. So I'm trying to see if it actually says how many seeds are in there, and it doesn't. So it was kind of like you get what you get. They have the instructions on the back, and I followed them. And again, that's what I got for following those directions. Same thing. This is what I used last year, and I followed the directions, and it even tells you, and let me go ahead and tap this so that you can see, it actually gives you a region. So depending, and again, I'm just going to get my fingernail out of there because it's got soil in it. I actually do keep my hands very clean otherwise. So it actually tells you what region you're in, when you should consider planting. So that's kind of what's cool. And then it gives you specific directions here on the bottom, you know, the spacing, the depth, whether or not it needs full sun, moderate sun, that type of thing. So anyway, this is what I used on these plants. I'm going to tap that again. So that's what I used on all of those plants, okay? So, and then as you can see, when you see the red pepper SOC over there in the corner, that is a Seeds of Change one. I did take the liberty of taking some seeds out of one of the red bell peppers that I had gotten from that same farmer's market, and I took the seeds out and I cleaned them and dried them. And so that plant has it, and that plant has it, and the other red pepper plant has it. The other thing I decided to do this time around was I went ahead and I got popsicle sticks. I got specific markers for each little plant, which I didn't have before. So, and it does help because I actually used those two little markers which had come in these containers, which I had picked up from the landfill. They were a little big, and I only had a few of them, and I actually felt as though they kind of got in the way of the light because they're big and they were bent. So this time, I went ahead, I got some popsicle sticks. They should work just fine. You know, the reason for all of that was I decided I was going to go ahead and plant everything, and it was kind of during the process I realized, oh, I could use this, oh, I could use that. So seriously, for a set of 50 popsicle sticks, I paid 88 cents. I'm not looking to do expensive gardening. Reason number one is why, and reason number two is because, you know, I'm kind of using this whole experience to help other people come in contact and connect with this whole process. And, you know, I'm going to be honest with you, most of the world is not doing that well financially. We're just not. And I could get into why, but that might be an entirely different video. In fact, it will be an entirely different video perhaps one day. However, you know, we're not doing that well financially, and I don't see things changing anytime soon, regardless of what everybody's going to be promised. So it's kind of our responsibility to not let that get in the way, and to go ahead and make do with what we have and realize that nature is not really supposed to cost a lot of money. So we can use inexpensive things, we can get creative, we can reuse materials. All of these are reused materials. I am not too good to stop at the landfill and pick up things for free because it just makes sense. And I've got plenty of them. And all of these were from the landfill. And it didn't cost me a dime. And they're perfectly fine. They're perfectly fine. And as I said, I actually went ahead and I got the plates, and I'll allow that to help with some of the drainage. And but I thought I would go ahead and show you. These are some of the seeds I have used, and these I actually had gotten from the seed guy. And he's got some really good prices. And non-GMO heirloom seeds this is what it says on his website. So for $2.25 for each of these packets, okay, and about 75 cents shipping for each packet. So you're looking at about $12 for all of these seeds. I've got thousands of them. There is 1,000 dwarf Siberian kale seeds there. There's 2,000 gourmet leaf lettuce, 1,000 black-seeded Simpson, and then 300 large Italian leaf basil. And before I had found the seed guy, I actually went on eBay, and I don't know if I recommend eBay, but I did it anyway. And I've got more seeds in the other room, but they're just not anything I would plant right now. These are the red pear cherry tomato seeds, and these are the Ducat dill, if I'm even pronouncing that right. And the dill is over there growing. And just a couple bucks each, $1 and change I think each. Some of them had free shipping. So, and again, this right here, the cucumber seeds and 1 or 2 pepper seeds in there, I got from my own stuff from the farmer's market. So that's what I've done, and I just wanted to make this, well, now it's not a quick video, now it's almost 14 minutes, but what can I say? When I'm in the right place, I can be a woman of many words. So, that was what I wanted to do, and so this is my update on this project, and I wanted to let you know that while I am more than happy, and I've posted about whatever success I've had. Oh, look at this spinach leaf that I'm able to use for this, or the parsley I'm able to use for that. You know, if I'm going to be in a place where I'm willing to share the success, then I am also going to be in a place where I am willing to share the failures or the mistakes or the this didn't work out right, because you know, this is a learning experience, and I'm not going to let that stuff get to me. And I could have, and you don't want to get too attached to the result either, and I've said that in another video, because seriously, it wasn't easy for me to look at those and think about taking them out and starting again, because the way I saw it is they were already alive, and I don't like to take things that are alive and end their life, but they're not doing well. they're not doing well, they're not going to go anywhere. And if they are going to go anywhere, then I would need to be more experienced to know how to do that. And I don't know how to do that. And I have not come across any information to show me how to bring that back to life. So this is just one of those things. I tried it. It didn't work the first time. I'm redoing it. And it could take me 10 times. I hope it doesn't. But it could take me 10 times until I get this right. But time's going to go on anyway. If you've noticed in life, time just goes by. And you look back and you think, well, what if I had started whatever the hell it was, whatever the heck it was that I had wanted to start back then? What might I have now? And if you don't do it anyway, then you'll never know. So that was, again, I did it anyway. I did it anyway. I did it anyway. I did it anyway. So, will this work? Don't know. Am I going to do it anyway? Yeah, I already did. Because again, that is the story of my life. And if you guys take nothing else from my videos, then take that. Then take that. Sometimes you don't know what you're doing, just do it anyway. And you never know what might happen of it. Might be a perfect balanced combination of did work, didn't work, but nonetheless, it's our responsibility to sometimes do stuff anyway. So, that's a wrap for Dee's Organic Container Gardening. And I thank you for watching. And until next time, take care.